Just take us through the fire issue. We have a guest host this morning who owns one of these cars who's worried about it. And there are people who look at a video like that. Do you think it's real?
Well, it looks real, but first of all, you don't see when it's pulled in. You don't see if there's anybody who's around the vehicle. I would love to talk with somebody who specializes in battery chemistry. Do these just explode like this, or is there a simmering fire first? I mean, that really looks... I mean, you just see some smoke for, what, 4 seconds, and then there's an explosion? What's interesting, Andrew, is they say, well, we want to investigate it to see if it's legitimate. Well, does that mean that they're going to promise to...
are going crazy on Twitter right now, and then there's other people saying that this whole thing is some kind of hoax.
Right. I'm not surprised. I see that all the time. Andrew, I see this anytime there is a Tesla vehicle fire. And are they overcovered relative to gas fires? You bet. They are way overcovered relative to internal combustion vehicles that catch on fire. Having said that, it is new technology, and also it is technology that people look at and they say, are we 100% certain about this? Now, I can tell you from talking with people, whether it's at some of the third parties who have tested these batteries, who have tested other electric vehicle batteries, they're comfortable with the technology overall.
If it's been 14 fires, if it's been 14 fires over the last, let's say, 7.5 years,
right?
What do we know about the previous 14? I mean, I guess that's what I wonder, because we can look at these pictures and we can decide anything, but what's the backstory?
Becky, a lot of them are sparked after there has been an accident. Mm-hmm. And some of these accidents, you've had a Tesla colliding with either another vehicle or a wall at close to 100 miles per hour. And when I've talked with people who are experts in battery technology, everybody says the same thing. You have a vehicle slam into a wall at 100 miles per hour, you're going to get an explosion. So you can't sit there and say, well, this happens across the board X, Y, and Z times. And we do know that the federal government has looked into this to a certain extent, as has the NTSB. They're still investigating some of these incidents, and we've yet to see them come out and say, look, there's a definitive threat here.
So is this the first spontaneous combustion that's been reported, or has this happened before?
Well, I've seen other people say, well, I've heard that there are reports of spontaneous combustion with Tesla vehicles and their batteries, or other electric vehicles from other manufacturers, and yet it is not something that we have been able to say definitively, nor have investigators for the federal government been able to come out and say, look, we don't see something here. Having said that, this video is going to get a lot of attention.
The video is supposedly, I mean, if this is a true video, it's closed-circuit camera in a residential parking lot, and it's amazing how it's perfectly positioned on this Tesla from the very start of the fire through to the alleged spontaneous combustion. I'm not saying if it's real or not real, but I mean, I think that it's worth sort of waiting for this video to be verified.
I agree.